Hello there, this is your girl Neha. Welcome to Xperience Sessions with me. And I have with me today, I think he's the most versatile person that I've ever had on my show because he's a racer, he's a coach, he's a basketball player, and he's also a photographer. So join me in welcoming Jayden Pais. Hello, Jayden. Welcome to Xperience Sessions with me.
Hi, Neha. Thank you for having me. Amazing to finally be on a talking side with you. Always listening from the car. So amazing. Thank you.
All right. So, Jayden, you've gone from basketball to racing. Does
Yeah.
nutrition actually affect mental performance differently across sports?
Short answer, yes, because it all depends on the kind of sport, because each sport has its own technical challenge, which also puts effort into the mental side. If I were to give you an experience of my own, basketball is more, contact sport, it's team sport, so a lot of dynamics on that end. Racing, if it's endurance racing or any racing, it's still team based, but there's a lot more solo participation because you're out there alone in the car or in the go-kart or whatever you're doing. So it's a lot more endurance based that you have to really, sit in that position. You're thinking a lot of different things going at around 150 kilometers per hour as compared to, basketball, which has quick sprints. So you can take a time out a little bit and be like, got my breath. Okay, what's the next option? You can directly speak to a teammate, a coach, and get your answer done
Very
constantly.
interesting. So, Jayden, as a performance coach, what's that
Mm-hmm.
one common nutrition mistake you see athletes make that directly affects their mental focus and decision making?
Quick changes or changes too soon, like for example, on season to off season, see a lot of athletes, especially younger athletes, they'll have this, pretty decent diet going on through the year. And then when off season hits, like mainly when I'm talking about young athletes, maybe they're in school or they're in high secondary or, college. So summer break, winter break, whatever, they come back home or whatever, their nutrition basically goes out of the window. They want to like binge eat or, their activity levels really decrease, so they become lethargic. And it's all about then self-awareness, whether you've picked it up or not. And it drains them, literally. It will drain them if they have not picked it up. And when you come back, you've put on a little bit weight or you've become just slower. And when you see your performance, when you start comparing yourself to maybe 3 months ago and where you are today, you'll automatically feel frustrated. And then it's a whole new cycle all over again.
Yeah, that's right. Endurance racing, how important is fueling the brain compared to fueling the body?
Equally important for a certain aspect, but general consensus among racers, and this is my opinion too, food kind of goes out of your mind when you're racing. You're not really thinking about that. You're really thinking about the task at hand. That is, how can you improve your lap time or who's your opponent ahead and what you got to do. And especially when you are a race weekend, there's a lot of PR. There are so many other things to do, and food is just there. Like, so a performance coach or your coach or someone from your team has particularly remind you to eat. I mean, you're going to remember eventually. Definitely, you're going to feel hungry, but not the same way you would when you are not a race weekend. So I would say mental prep in that sense would be a lot more important because that's going to actually help you stay focused and just push through to the next level.
Right. So, Jayden, if you had to give listeners one simple habit that improves mental performance through nutrition, what would
Mhm.
it be and why? And please tell us, how do we stay focused on our diet? Because we tend to just break it off. Please tell us what actually could keep us motivated as well.
Of course, and that's a very interesting question, actually. If I had to think, there is no particular answer to this question because it varies from person to person, obviously. But if I had to say something, it would be that eat healthy or eat healthy in a way that makes you happy. If it makes you happy, it makes you move, then that's your job half done there. The other half, you can come and visit me in Goa and I'll give you a consultation.
All right, Jayden, it was really amazing, having this conversation with you, and I wish you all the very best. And I really hope I see you on the F1 someday. And I
Thank
wish
you.
you
Thank you.
all the very best for your future
Thank,
endeavors.
thank you so much for having me and great speaking with you. Yes.
Thank you so much, Jayden.